Welcome back to Stooge Stream. This is Making an Impact, your Impact Wrestling review / weekly recap. This was the episode that aired on the 6th of April 2017. I am your host, The Stooge. As always, I'm joined by...
Yeah, whatever. I'm G-Banks. You know what? I'm still pissed off that you call me insane. I'm not insane, and I'll show you why.
Dude, I apologize. You made me send you a gift basket. You got a gift basket. Are we not over this?
Alright, whatever. But I'm not done with you. Just let you know that. I'm going to bring this up later on.
Okay, and we're joined by a surly G-Banks. Alright, this episode of Impact, it started off straight away. We were already in the ring. The competition had started. We had the namer of dummies, Eli Drake, with always Tyrus outside the ring.
Eli Drake. Get it right, dummy.
My apologies. Versus Kaleb Konnely, which was surprising because we thought he may be Suicide, but I guess not.
No,
we've seen him now.
He doesn't have the talent to be Suicide.
Oh, that's harsh.
No, it's not, to be honest.
But this was a great way to open the show with action already happening. The match itself, I enjoyed. It wasn't the longest match in the world, but it was good. Everyone got in some great offense. Eli Drake always looks fantastic. Kaleb Konnely being the newer person in the ring that we haven't seen a great deal of yet. Got some great offense in, but unfortunately, having Tyrus with him is always a factor.
Unfortunately?
It's unfortunate. If you're facing Eli Drake, it's unfortunate because Tyrus is always going to be a factor. So Tyrus distracted.
It's not Eli Drake's fault that he's hired a bodyguard.
But why does he need one?
Because he can have one.
Yeah, okay. This is a round conversation that we can get stuck in, so I'm moving on. But Tyrus distracted Kaleb Konnely, which led Eli Drake to do his fantastic side slam, almost DDT maneuver.
It was awesome.
It was, and he got the pin with
beautiful
with that.
And well-deserved too. Great way to start the night, actually.
Yeah, so the namer of dummies opens the show with a win.
Yeah, fair win.
All right, so we had a lot of fighting at the commentary desk with Josh and JB.
Because JB shouldn't be there in the first place, that's why.
I don't think Josh should be there, but we will discuss that later on. What I think we both can agree on, though, was the sensible person tonight, the voice of reason again, was the Pope.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm seeing. That Pope is the voice of reason in that desk.
100%. And
the man that calls people daddy is the voice of reason.
He is. And I love the interaction he was having when he's kind of looking back and forth and trying to and just takes his headset off. He's like, I've had enough.
Yeah, he's like, done with these two crackers, man.
Well, that led to Bruce Pritchard coming out, calls them both in the ring.
Bruce.
Good old Bruce.
Good old Brucey. Good friends with him.
And he says, we're going to have Team JB versus Team Josh Mathews next week. At the end of the show, you're going to draft 4 people each. We're going to end this.
Bad time. I want to see JB fuck off. Excuse my French.
I'd like to see JB move into the lead commentary spot, so I'm going to have to say it's time for Josh to move on.
I will stop watching Impact if that happens. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
I don't want to hear that stupid voice.
No, you won't. And we're going to hear you say that later on in the show in regards to something else too.
Why?
We'll see. So, moving on from that, we had a number 1 contender Knockouts Gauntlet match. Opening the match up, we had Ava Story.
Who?
Ava Story.
Who?
The new Knockout Ava Story.
Never heard of her.
Versus Madison Rayne.
Aye, there we go. That's someone. Thank you. Can you start off with that, please? And stop rubbing your head. What are you doing?
This is going to be a headache-inducing episode.
Oh, God. What are you on about?
All right, so Madison Rayne, who
The Queen. Madison Rayne.
Her old Nokia, the Queen Bee.
Yes, thank you.
I will contend is a great knockout, a 6-time knockout champion.
Keep going.
That's all I had.
She is blue blood, royalty. Okay? So have to show some respect.
Okay, I'll say what you want me to say. It's Josh Mathews' wife.
Thank you.
All right. So Ava Story, though, looked good.
You keep telling me these names. Who's Ava Stories?
The tall, pale one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next up, we had about 2 minutes in as per your gauntlet match conditions, Rebel came into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Became a three-way with Madison and Rebel both taking shots at Ava Story before Madison and Rebel had a little tiff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had another new knockout come into the ring in Amanda Rodriguez.
What is that name?
I have no idea who she is. I've done no research because we've gone straight from watching to doing the show, so I don't know who she is. But she didn't have an impressive showing, let's say. Next up,
I still don't know who you're talking about.
the one in the red tights.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah.
Next up, we actually had somebody who did have a good showing, and I'm sure you will actually appreciate, in MJ Jenkins. Yeah, I liked her look.
I liked her flair,
Yeah, she had a great look. She actually, I've been reading old issues of X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
There was a period where Storm had a mohawk and dressed in leather.
Oh, okay.
Kind of had that look. Like,
Yeah.
I like that look.
Yeah.
But what I liked more is her wrestling ability. MJ Jenkins had a very good showing in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had Diamonte from none other than
L.A.X.
L.A.X.
baby.
Someone else we can both agree on.
Yeah, but I can
Have to.
I can back the L.A.X.
I'm too scared not to back Conan.
Same. I don't want to get stabbed.
Now, before the next person was able to enter the ring, we had an elimination. Amanda Rodriguez was eliminated by Rebel. Amanda had basically just jobbed out to everyone in the ring during her period in the ring anyway. Wasn't a big surprise that she was the first one out.
Is that Big Red?
Yeah, Big Red.
Okay. Just call her Big Red.
Okay, Big Red was out, but I was surprised that Rebel got the first elimination.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Why?
actually quite kind of cool. Give her a shot in the match and a
Yeah.
spot.
I guess so.
Just as that finished happening, we had the next contestant enter, and it's none other than O.D.B. Bam!
O.D.B.
Love O.D.B.
She's gross, but I have a thing for her for some reason.
That's why O.D.B.'s the best.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, and she comes in like a house on fire and starts throwing lefts, rights,
Literally.
knocking everyone out, and eliminates Ava immediately. But Ava has been in the match from the beginning. She did have a good showing, and I'm excited to...
Who is Ava?
Pale Lanky.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm excited to see more from her in the future in the Knockouts division. It's great to see some new blood in the division.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so following that, the next and final contestant came into the ring, and it was none other than Brandy Rhodes.
Brandy Rhodes. Yeah, actually, Cody told me that he was letting Brandy wrestle tonight, so it was all good. I think Josh even let us know that too. So, but yeah, I'm just clearing that all up.
Thanks, Cody, you chauvinist pig.
What do you mean?
No, nothing. Just it slipped out.
It's his wife. He's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Yeah. He should tell her what to do.
He's doing what's best for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Brandy actually came in as well, as quick and as hard as O.D.B. had previous to that. Started taking people left and right and eliminated in a surprise elimination very quickly Diamonte from L.A.X.
But she got help from O.D.B.
No, that was later on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so no, that was just a clean elimination. Brandy eliminated Diamonte. I think L.A.X. are going to be coming for Brandy Rhodes. Don't touch their girls.
Yeah, maybe.
In the meantime, though, let me quickly touch on Diamonte. She had a great showing in this match as well. She came out and did some spectacular moves, was super fast, and made people look great as well. She is a great athlete in that ring. So it's someone else I'm looking forward to seeing more of now that she's joined the knockout divisions. But we didn't even get a chance to take a breath because as soon as Diamonte was out, Rebel got taken by MJ Jenkins, who's definitely a new favorite of mine.
Yeah, I'm favoring her too. I'm not minding her, and she's got an awesome name too.
Yeah, she's got an awesome name. She's got a
MJ
great look. Yeah,
Jenkins.
she's got great.
That's a name you can remember.
Yeah, and she exudes personality. Like we've only seen her very briefly, not even in a match last week, and now we've actually seen her in a match, and in a very short period of time, you're like, oh, cool, I get what she's about. Great character, great look, great wrestler.
I just want to see what her personality's like.
But unfortunately, as soon as she took out Rebel, Brandy and O.D.B. teamed up to eliminate MJ Jenkins. I hope this means that we haven't seen the end of MJ Jenkins versus O.D.B. Hope this starts a little feud.
Maybe.
Brandy was taken out by Madison, who, in a very smart move, had actually been hiding on the outside of the ring.
She wasn't hiding. She was just getting her breath.
She was hiding on the outside of the ring.
No, she was playing very smart, and she was taking her breath and, taking her time and, waiting for the right time to strike, as you would say.
I'll admit she picked her moment perfectly because she just came in and took Brandy right out. So that left
So she
O.D.B
should. She's
and
the
Madison.
queen.
As the final two. Now this turns into a pin or submission, normal match rules.
No.
This was actually really good as well. I really enjoyed seeing Madison and O.D.B, who I've seen wrestle multiple times in the past. It gave me a bit of a nostalgic rush of TNA of 5 years ago or so. But at the same time, they're two great competitors and athletes. O.D.B, though, did get the win in the end. And then she had
questionable.
Look, she got the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the reason you're saying questionable is because she shared a very sweet look and ass grab with Earl Hebner.
Yeah,
after
she's
that.
fucking the ref. It's not fair.
You went straight for it, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to go straight for
You
it
went
because it's
straight
obvious.
for it.
It's not fair. The queen gets,
Straight. You just grabbed that low-hanging fruit and pulled it straight down.
I have to. I'm the honest guy here because obviously someone has to tell the real shit that's going on
The
because you
low-hanging
don't.
fruit being Earl's balls. They
Yeah.
hang very low
Yes,
now. He's a
exactly.
dinosaur.
Exactly, they do, and I just feel like it's not fair because I feel like Madison Rayne got cheated out.
Okay, look, there's an argument to be had there. I won't deny that. But at the same time, I'm happy that O.D.B
Get
won.
that
She's the number one
perv
contender.
out of there from the knockout matches and let someone else ref them. That's what I say.
It might happen. It might happen. We'll see. James Storm comes to the ring to his old music that's been revamped. We find out later on in the show. It's Sorry About Your Damn Luck. The Cowboy's back. He cuts a really cool face promo. He's
Just a redneck.
He's back. Yeah, exactly. He's back to being just a redneck again. He's a beer drinking, creek swimming, so on and so on.
I hate it.
So D.C.C interrupts James Storm's promo when he's about to clean up and finish and leave. They're not letting that happen. They want to come in and have a chat with old James.
So they should.
So it's
He
Bram.
left them under a bus.
Well, that's exactly what Bram and Kingston, well, Kingston in particular did all the talking and Bram just stood there menacingly. Kingston let him know that's how he felt. He felt betrayed by James. He said that everyone said that James was a liar.
Yeah.
That he was going to do bad things.
I can trust a redneck.
Well, there you go. He drinks a lot of beer. Maybe he forgot he was in DCC.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I like this. I thought this was a good way of kind of cleaning up the DCC mess. I don't think we're really going to see too much of them after this because James Storm did super kick good old overacting Eddie Kingston to a T. It was a beautiful super kick. Bram went for a chair shot, stopped for a second, then went for it, and it was too late. By then, James Storm had sized him up, ducked under the chair, and super kicked the chair to his chin. And that's the end of DCC with James
I
Storm
don't know
hanging
what
high.
Impact's doing letting a drunk run wild like that.
Well, all James Storm would say in this situation is, sorry about your damn luck.
I still hate it.
Next up, we were backstage with Andrew Everett, Shane Helms, and Trevor Lee. So Andrew has been told by Shane Helms if he wants a shot at the X Division title, he's going to jump through a few hoops. The first hoop being...
That's Ernie Stripes, my man.
Yeah, Ernie's place. Look, I can kind of understand that. He's kind of only been a singles competitor for a little while now. Let's see what he's capable of. I see where he's coming from. I just don't like the way that Shane Helms and Trevor Lee are doing it.
Why?
Because they're taking it a bit far.
How?
In their behavior, the way they're acting, and the fact that they
What are they
destroyed that
doing wrong?
kid for no reason.
They didn't
multiple
destroy
times.
him at all. He just wasn't good enough. He wasn't up to par. They got rid of the waste.
All right. Anyway, he keeps standing up. He's coming back, and we've got a
He's being
triple.
disrespectful. But continue.
Well, we've got a triple threat match with Andrew Everett, Marshea Rockett, and Suicide, who can't be Kaleb Konnely because we saw him 2 matches ago.
Yeah, I told you. Kaleb Konny's not good enough to be Suicide.
So yeah, I don't know who it was. Now, this match had some amazing moves in it, as you'd expect from an X Division match. Suicide doing his suicide drop off the ropes into Marshea Rockett and Andrew
All day.
Everett.
Get it right.
Yeah, all day Marshea Rockett. He's a new man.
Yeah, he's a new man. He's all about that all day.
He did some big, powerful hits as well as flew like somebody half his size.
He is what the X Division should be.
No, look, I have to admit, he is a fantastic athlete. An amazing talent. He can do things in there that he shouldn't be able to do. Like, I'll even back that. But at the end of the day, it was Andrew Everett who had the best showing in the match with, I can't believe, the best shooting star press in the business. That's what it should be called. You can't believe. Because you see it and you still can't believe how good it is. On Marshea Rockett, after Marshea Rockett had pretty much destroyed Suicide. Sorry, my mistake. Suicide had hit Marshea Rockett. Andrew Everett had got the KO kick on Suicide. Knocked him off the apron. And then how long is he in the air for when he's doing that shooting star press? It's just crazy.
It's about 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I counted.
It's hand time. It's just... And land. Like, it's just amazing. It looks like you could stop there forever.
To me, it's flippy shit, but it wasn't pretty impressive.
It was very impressive. And I see a bright future in Andrew Everett's.
But he still has no place for the Helms dynasty, and that's why they got rid of him.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Like, I think he'll be looking at the next division title very soon.
Not if Trevor Lee has anything to do with it, and my boy Helms.
He might.
No, he won't.
Speaking of a rivalry, we had another chapter in the rivalry between Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards in the last man standing match. This was insane. There was some crazy shots in this. It was retribution, as I'd like to say it. Well, there was Davey Richards threw a chair at Eddie Edwards and he took it straight to the head unprotected. That was a bit rough. There was a crazy superplex from Davey Richards onto a pile of chairs that both of them went through.
Made me so happy to see that.
Nobody would have been happy after that.
Like, it made me happy.
Yeah, I know it made you happy. And just some other, like Davey Richards powerbombing Eddie Edwards through 2 stood-up chairs. This was a match about damage, and people were getting physically brutalized in this match. At one point, a chain is put around Davey Richards' hand that he punches Eddie in the head with a few times and chokes him out with it. Keep in mind, this is a last man standing match, so the only rule is you don't make the 10 count.
Yeah.
Now, here's where things got a bit messy. Eddie Edwards had asked his wife, Alicia, to stay away from the match.
I don't know what Eddie Edwards' wife was doing there. Wives have no business being in the ringside.
But Angelina Love was there for Davey Richards.
But she's allowed to be there.
Okay, I'm not going to... Again, if I argue every point, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here for 4 hours. So I'm going to let this one go. Okay. So... Alicia's in the crowd, getting them chant Eddie Edwards.
So she should be. She should have stayed there.
Yeah.
Because she's just a fan.
Well, at one point, Angelina comes into the ring and it looks like she's going to be a bit dodgy and a decisive difference in the match.
Dodgy?
Alicia comes in and they go at it. Alicia gets a tackle on her, whips her with her belt a few times. But unfortunately...
I don't know why she didn't get arrested on the spot or a security guy didn't come crash tackling her. She's attacking a wrestler. She's attacking talent.
True. I'll concede that, true. But look, Angelina did get the upper hand when she threw her into the steel barricade.
Of course, she was defending herself. Yeah, she was defending herself.
Yeah, it was quite
if a crazy
vicious.
fan was jumping you, wouldn't you do the same?
Yeah, okay. I can see where you're coming from, but it's still... okay. But it was brutal. So in the end, Davey gets the 10 count on Eddie Edwards because he loaded his boot with the metal chain by wrapping it around his boot. And Angelina Love egged him on to kick Eddie as hard as possible.
No, she told him the truth of what Eddie did. And then that's what, gave Davey the courage and strength to kick his head off.
I think there's a little bit of a power that Angelina Love has over Davey Richards that we saw displayed today that may be the reason why he's acting the way he is, but who knows?
By power, you mean being a good wife and giving him moral support and being there by his side no matter what, and telling him the absolute truth that his friend is trash?
That could be one of the ways. Could be. We'll see. But this is just a chapter in this ongoing war. I don't think this is anywhere near over yet, so we're going to see some more of this leading up to Slammiversary.
Maybe. I hope it's over and done with. I hope Dave Richards kicked Eddie Edwards that hard that he's no longer can be able to wrestle.
That you want to see a man's career ended.
Yeah, I hope I did see that tonight.
You're rough. You're rough. But something we can agree on.
What?
L.A.X. celebrating their tag team title victory in the club.
I'm trying to do gunshot sounds.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, I don't know why they were in a club, but it was pretty cool.
It was awesome, and they were so over.
Why was there a wrestling ring in the club?
But they do wrestling shows in clubs every now
Yeah, I
and
know,
then.
but it was just...
I don't know why LAX was there. They just rocked up. They're like, oh, you got a ring here? That's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll get in it and show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Conan cuts an amazing promo as always.
Mm-hmm.
The LAX boys cut an amazing promo.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of fun, and it looked dangerous.
There was some shifty dealings going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that club.
No.
I'd want to watch from outside.
Let's just say it's not our type of crowd.
Yeah. It was...
And we'll leave it at
that.
that.
No, I'm not saying ethnic. Did you going, like, racist?
No, I'm not going... I'm just saying it's not my type of crowd.
No, I just needed to pull a string.
Yeah, I know you do have to pull a string, but I can defend myself. It's all right.
There was some shifty white people in there. Yeah. Some way shifty white people.
No, there was just this shifty vibe throughout that whole club.
It was shifty. Yeah.
If there's a ring in a club, it's shifty as fuck.
Yeah, something's happening, dude. Like, as soon as the cameras go off.
But then again, if there's a tussle, hey, let's settle it in the ring.
Yeah, there's a ring already set up, I guess. Next up, we had O.D.B. backstage next to a trailer, letting us know that the trailer's going to be rocking real soon.
I guess why. I wonder why. I wonder who's rocking why.
Dude, I don't want to imagine it. I don't, like...
I already am.
I don't.
I've got a 5-page sequence of what they're doing right now in my head.
Please don't share that with me. That's just your personal thing, and let's leave that there.
I'm so upset, too, because I want it to happen to me.
Oh, dude, I don't. No, please. Please. Okay, Alberto El Patron versus some jobber who was already in the ring that looked a little bit like Perry Saturn.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this lasted a total of about a minute. If that. I
actually fell asleep, to be honest.
Yeah, it just blink and missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Then Patron cut a promo after his win on Lashley saying, I want you, Lashley. Where are you, Bobby? Come out, Bobby.
Why is he there?
And I can do that because I am part Spanish.
Why is this man there?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, why was Bobby not coming out?
No. Why is El Patron?
Like, why didn't he come out?
No, I'm talking about why is El Patron there?
Or why is Bobby pussing out on the
He's not pussing out, though.
But he did puss out. He didn't appear.
He did appear.
Yeah, later on the show. Not to El Patron's challenge.
Because he doesn't have time for that bullshit.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I
say he's ducking and weaving.
I say he's got the world heavyweight title around his belt and El Patron doesn't.
Because El Patron gave it back willingly.
Because
it was controversy, he wants a claim.
Exactly. Did you see what you just said? Controversy.
Again, I'm not going to argue every point. Let's move forward.
Fine.
So we had Braxton and Ali backstage about to cut a promo, but they're instantly interrupted by Sienna and KM.
Woo.
Karen comes out to break it up.
Woo.
And sets up a mixed tag for next week.
Woo.
So we're going to see Braxton and Ali versus Sienna and KM.
Woohoo!
I'm actually interested in this match.
I can't wait to see KM kick the shit out of those homewreckers again.
Dude, are we still on this?
What do you mean? KM's my boy.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course I'm going to back him up. And when he's versing the homewreckers, of course I'm going to have to back that nigger up. What are you on about?
All right. So KM's your boy.
KM is definitely my boy.
I'm going to be in Braxton and Ali's corner next week, and we'll see who comes out.
Why? Because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
KM's going to go
Braxton
for the one.
and Ali going to win.
Nope. I'm sorry. You can't say that about my family.
Anyway,
I'm partly family members with him anyway. But
okay, I've got to move on. So in our final segment, we had Bruce Pritchard come back out to get JB and Josh Mathews to pick their teams.
Finally.
So, first up, Josh Mathews gets the first pick
and
goes Lashley.
Beautiful. Absolute. Well done.
Now, just before we move on.
Well done.
For the past week, I've been saying, that that we're going to have a JB versus Josh Mathews
Match off.
and there's going to be a mystery member to JB's team that we won't see until the next episode.
Yeah.
And good old Double J, Jeff Jarrett, is coming back, folks.
We don't know that.
I'm telling you.
We don't know that.
Oh, he's there to slap some nuts and take some
If
wins.
he's slapping any nuts, I'm slapping his. Let's
Nah.
just put it that way. And I'm telling you, he's not going to be there.
So let
If
me
he's there, I'm going to sign a petition to get rid of him.
work you through the setup on how we're going to be seeing good old Double J back next week.
You haven't even told the audience,
Yeah.
our fans, who the other,
Yeah, this is the setup. So Josh gets his first pick. It's Lashley. JB counters his first pick with Alberto El Patron, who's ready to go right there. And I think they had to explain to him, no, we're not. It's not a one-on-one match. Like, you got to wait. We're just picking teams.
How can you have a liability like that at a company?
He's awesome. So next up, we had Josh pick another heavy hitter, another heavyweight in what Kingston was calling Bam, Bram.
Bram, the Chesterfield Plague.
Oh, I'm so glad the overactor wasn't there.
Yep.
So yeah, it was Chesterfield Plague Bram back as himself in his own outfit. I'm so looking forward to seeing Bram as Bram again. So to counter that, the rules were that it had to be someone who appeared on Impact. Didn't have to be someone from the current roster. Someone who appeared on Impact. And if you remember the Global Force invasion, this man appeared on Impact as part of the Global Force invasion.
Here's JB just tipping town around the rules.
Wait. But he has actually appeared on Impact prior to that, a couple of years prior to that, once or twice. And
It's questionable.
it's the Master Lock himself, Chris Adonis.
Why is he there?
You may remember him from his WWE stint as Chris Masters
Yeah.
and his Master Lock challenge.
Yes, I remember that.
So, to counter that, Josh Matthew calls out his next man, the namer of dummies, Eli Drake. Did I do it better that time?
Yes, you did very good. Actually, I'm impressed.
All right, so with him, of course, hot on his heels is Tyrus.
Yep, so he should be because he's his bodyguard.
Yep. And Bruce Pritchard kind of is explaining to Tyrus, your name wasn't called. You're not part of this. To which Josh counters Bruce and goes, actually, this is my team.
Yeah.
And they proceed to jump Alberto El Patron and Chris Masters. And somebody who I've been expecting to return for quite some time, finally making his return to Impact Wrestling, comes out on JB's team. We have Matt Morgan.
I actually don't know much of Matt Morgan, so
He is the blueprint, the genetic blueprint. He's a
he
machine.
looked like the blueprint of what humans should look like. So
And he cleaned house. He took out Lashley, Bram, Eli, Tyrus. No sweat at all. The blueprint is back. But because of this shenanigans, the showtime ran out. We didn't get to see who the person was coming out of the limousine in a suit. All we saw was the legs and the back. And God damn it, I'm telling you, next week is going to open with
yeah, oh my god, he doesn't belong there.
Double J.
Put your hand down.
J.
Put
Double
your
J.
hand down. I'm not
Double
chanting.
J.
No.
Double J.
Double
Too
J.
sweet me.
No.
Too sweet me.
Why would I
too
too
sweet
sweet
me?
you?
You've been
That-
asking for one for weeks.
No,
too
I'm
sweet
never
me.
gonna
Too
too
sweet
sweet
me.
you ever in
Come
my
on,
life.
you asked me one for weeks.
Why would
too sweet me.
it's not even
Too sweet me.
irrelevant? They
Jeff
don't
Jarrett's
even,
coming back. Too
But
sweet
why
me.
would I too sweet you if it's something to do with Jeff Jarrett? You're getting him all wrong and mixed up. Stop it.
Honestly, it's either one of two people. It's either Double J, who I so hope it is.
I hope not.
Too sweet.
No.
Double J. Too sweet. He was in the
You're getting him
NWO.
wrong.
Too sweet. Double
You're
J.
getting him wrong. Stop it. You're hurting my heart and my brain.
or the other person it could possibly be, who would actually be awesome as well, a returning ex-Impact Wrestling champion in Magnus, who's been rumored to be on the return list as well.
See, that I can deal with. Even though I don't agree with it, that I can deal with. But if I see that slapnut son of a bitch with
Too sweet, JJ. JJ, too sweet.
Stop doing that.
Double J, too sweet.
We're not doing that ever in my life.
Double J, too sweet.
You're doing it wrong and stop it.
He was part of the NWO. Too sweet, Double J.
How is Too Sweet with NWO?
That's where it was created.
No,
too
it wasn't.
sweet. Yeah,
Stop
it was.
It. No,
too
it
sweet.
wasn't.
The
Stop
NWO.
It.
Jeff Jarrett. Come on.
Stop it.
Double J. Slap nuts.
We're not doing
Slap
it.
nuts.
Stop it. Bye.
So we will be back with you next week with the news of Jeff Jarrett's return to Impact Wrestling.
I hate my life.
Until then, thank you so much for listening. I've been your host, The Stooge.
And I'm the suicidal G-Banks.
If you have any comments, make sure you leave them on Reddit or YouTube or wherever it is. But until next time, please don't forget adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the Stooge Revolution. If Jeff Jarrett comes back.
Double J. Double J.
If Jeff Jarrett comes
Double
back,
J.
I'm going to
Too
absolutely
sweet.
kill
Double
myself.
J. Double J.